Let's get started from where you stop. Of course, you were trying to explain or perhaps shed more light on why we're having this kind of tragedy, even amidst higher value-added tax that had been paid by the sector to the federal government.
Okay, thank you very much, Frank. So, like I was saying, even as a mortgage banker, as at that time, when we are talking to developers, we ensure that they have all the right things in place. The building code is maintained, town planning is maintained, and engineering, structural, even civil. And we have the professionals on ground so that our off-takers will be comfortable in their buildings. But we are not surprised that on the monthly basis, we now begin to hear building collapse. And the question is, who approved this building? Let's come to Lagos. The last one that happened sometime is it a 25-story building somewhere in Ikoyi? Until today, even who is the owner of the land, we don't even know. Who are the people involved? We don't even know. Who has the head responsible? We don't even know. So I keep saying it. If government will continue this kind of attitude where we don't hold people responsible, it will continue and continue and continue. The only thing government will now do is, okay, you seize the land, you seize the property, but what about the government officials who approve this building? They tell you these are powerful owners, they come, they disturb us. For God's sake, nobody can be bigger than government.
It's so shocking. Just pardon me to cutting it. Just shocking that the sector could pay as high as 70 billion naira worth of value-added tax, in the first half of the year. And yet, the regulators, those who have the oversight functions to regulate the sector, perhaps maybe, so one would say, some people would say perhaps they are being compromised. But in this case, how do we address such issues? How do we, bring to book people? Perhaps maybe there should be a kind of investigation into an incident of this case, and then bring to book those who have been compromised or those who are found culpable, because we keep having recording such incident year in, year out, and yet nothing has been done, like you said.
Okay, Frank, I think the issue is clear. There is no need for any extra thing to be done. The laws are there. The regulations are there. If such a thing has happened, the government official that approved, the engineers, structural engineer on ground, and whoever that is there on ground, they are all supposed to be prosecuted in the law courts. And if they are found guilty, then of course, sentences should be given to them. Because we are talking about lives of Nigerians now at stake. Does that mean we don't care about lives, no safety standard? But again, it's also reflecting our attitude towards not only building collapse, towards safety in general. Because we just say, oh, blood of Jesus. No, we need to do our own part. Safety is a concern for everybody. And regulation is key to achieve that. So for me, the people involved, the government officials, the engineers on ground, should be prosecuted so that others will learn from it. But again, you will ask me, what has happened to those in the past? That is the problem with government. No transparency, no trust. So people just say, okay, is it not government officials? We will just bribe them. They negate bribery and corruption. No ethics, no work ethics at all. But again, we have seen the colossal loss. Even if the industry is paying over 1 trillion naira, that is not even enough, because money cannot compare to the lives of the average Nigerian that has worked in that site. And today, they are already trapped. And some might even die. The one would not see. Maybe the engineer or the government official will just be suspended. After some time, things will become usual. So we are saying enough is enough. And I'm appealing to the FCDA authorities to ensure that who approved this building, the government official, and of course the engineers on ground, should be held responsible, and of course let the appropriate measures be meted on them.
maybe the word to use there, perhaps more stronger word than appealing, is hold them accountable. Perhaps I'm just saying, by the way. but let's move away from there and see what the government comes out with in the next coming days as we keep our eyes on that particular incident. But let's move away from there now and look at the brighter side of some of the stories we're getting today. One, perhaps, maybe we should let's start from the first one, which talks about revenue generation, federal government to collect VAT from market traders, others. And that's coming yesterday from the Federal Inland Revenues trying to partner market associations to see how their members can start paying. Talk to us about this. Do you think this is another burden that, ordinary Nigerians may not be able to carry? There are too many VAT, too many taxes out there already. Some people say, why put more burden on these traders?
Okay, Frank, this is very interesting. And yes, somebody has said it is the Jagaban style. Now, this is what they did in Lagos. And of course, it can be replicated in all over the country. Yes, as much as I will also agree with some of them, because some of these traders will tell you personally, they don't even know how to go about assessing their tax returns. Some of them don't even know. And the tax officials who even come to them don't even give them the proper tax assessment. So if the government is saying, yes, informal sector, we want to collect whatever revenue is due to government by using this means. I have always emphasized efficient way of collecting tax. It is very difficult to collect tax if you want the individuals to prepare their tax return and go to the tax office. Just like the payee, before the worker gets his salary, the government has taken his own. So if a means can be devised from this informal sector, where as soon as it is the end of the month, maybe through their market leaders, their association, they are asked to pay certain amount of money, and which they pay regularly, and of course it gets to government, I will not query that. Because as you do business in the premises, of course, the premises need to be maintained. The government officials need to come around. The place needs to be cleaned. And of course, most of them are also responsible citizens. And one of your civic responsibility after voting is for you to pay your tax. And I'm assuring you, those informal traders are ready to pay their tax as long as it is collected efficiently and the money goes to the right source. I'm assuring you, they will cooperate with their market association, pay that necessary dues, because if you go to the market, you can see that they pay all sorts of dues here and there from legal and illegal bodies coming to collect money. So if the government is coming into it and try to sanitize it, prevent touts or individuals to collect this money, and it goes straight through the market association to the government. And of course, over time, these traders see the impact of what they are paying. I'm assuring you that this government will collect a lot of revenue, which necessarily might not be a burden to these traders. Because like I tell you, they're already paying some of this money, and the money is not going to the government. It's going to touts and other market operators in that vicinity. So if the government will partner with them and ensure that this VAT is collected efficiently. However, let me just start. However, I know that they will not be able to get the exact figure because VAT is a certain percentage of sales. So but if they can come up with an estimate, I think that will be fine.